Hello guys, welcome back. Sethorn here. This is the Daily Grind. This is Saint Seiya Awakening. I'm going to explain today how the 8 cents dungeon works because apparently it's going to launch this week after maintenance on the Awakening version. This is a special dungeon that you need to beat the dimensional space dungeon floor 8 before gaining access to. Fortunately, unlike the Titan, unlike the Titan, uh, getting past dimensional space floor 8 is way easier. So if you can already defeat Titan floor 8, chances are you can also beat Ancient Ruins floor 8 and dimensional space floor 8, so you will have access to this dungeon right away. Now, this is a very special dungeon because not only it asks for 30 stamina per attempt, you also have to get past 3 stages before claiming the level as cleared. It originally had also easy, normal, and hard, or like the Awakening version likes to call, normal, hard, and elite. The thing is, in the Chinese version, there is also a newer so to speak, because it has been around for 4 months already. What I think would be called super ultra mega elite difficult, you're going to die level that I have not yet reached because apparently the game is harder in the Chinese version for some reason, or maybe I'm stupid, I don't know. But let's go with the easy one because, to be quite frank, I farmed this for over 7 months now. Just the easy one. The normal one I finished a couple of weeks ago because the dungeon changes very drastically in between difficulty levels, and you don't really need more. It's hard to be uh, well, to call one more efficient than the other because it's better to farm a lot of times than to farm for more prices because you don't get anything more in particular. 8 cents when it was originally released was around the Xion launch. So this was a game mode for people that already had a couple of units, and by a couple I mean around 12 or something characters with very good cosmos, plus 8, plus 9, plus 10. Also, around this same time, the SS Great Cosmos were released. Those weren't included in the original release in the Chinese server, so we had to make do with just S Great Cosmos to clear this dungeon. And a lot of people had already maximized their core roster of 8 to 10 characters for PvP and PvE, and with that amount of rank 6 characters you can pretty much finish everything in the game. This dungeon was introduced for people that were whaling. They already had a lot of characters maximized, so they had an actual challenge. This was way before the latest floors also for Athena trials, and even the bounty challenge mode was introduced after this. So let's go explain how this works. Well, you need dimensional keys or these astral wishes if you don't want to spend the stamina, but you are going to need the keys anyways. That's why you get so many. You can only do this solo in the beginning. In order to unlock the challenge version where you can team up with other people, unlike the shrine where you can cheat and have someone else come in and kill the bosses for you, you have to do this solo the first time. And until you defeat the 3 stages, you cannot play something else. Like, Okay, this is the same screen, but I'm going to show you. I have not been able to beat the hard mode yet. I'm stuck at the third stage, so I'm going to show you what I mean. Uh, because when I start a new difficulty level, this is stage 2 of the elite or the hardest 8 cents dungeon. So you go in and you can only choose from a prefabricated roster that you choose before you enter the stage. And apparently my tunes are not yet good enough for this, and you're going to see the difference. This is the hardest level that is going to be available in the Awakening version, because I don't think they're going to open the fourth floor in the very beginning. This I really don't have anything, and I kind of need these guys. I need something to freeze. Like, alright, let's try this instead. The thing is, the boss is going to copy my roster, and I'm going to fight the boss and copies from my characters at the exact same stats. This is a mirror match. And by the way, they upgraded Katia, and now Katia is very, very good for all things like this. I don't even know who to attack first. So maybe their own Katia to kill her. And you see, this is why I haven't been able to finish this level. Because these guys are crazy. I mean, they're also slowing me down. Who has a slowdown on my team? I don't remember. Yeah, he's gone. Hades is gone. Let's try to freeze these guys. Well, but the boss did an AoE that almost killed everybody. So yeah, this is going to take a while. I have to upgrade my characters to level 80 and whatnot. So let's go out. Well, now you're going to see the easy, and tomorrow or a couple of days after that you're going to see the normal version. So how do you start? You click on the normal difficulty and you choose from your available roster 18 characters. You need to bring 18. Doesn't matter if they are built or not, but you need 18 or the game won't let you continue. However, if you have Pisces built already, or it's already dropped for you, build him as soon as you can, because that guy can solo. That's one of my French fans, or I think my only French fan, and he happens to speak Spanish too. Pisces can solo both the first part of the boss, the first stage, or the last stage, and I think even the middle one. But since you can only use each character once, it's better if you save Pisces for the last stage, because that's easier. If I had to choose between anybody, I would choose to come play the Chinese version because the characters are not limited. Sorry, it's just that all day long I have been pestered with a question. If you had to wait for one character, you know what? Go Dicky. That's my answer. That's my story, and I'm going to stick to that. And after you select 18 characters from your roster, you click on yes, I want to get killed many times over, and I want to rage, because that's what you're going to do the first times you attempt this. In fact, it's better If you have Pisces, to solo the boss a couple of times, reset the dungeon, come back again, and farm until you can unlock a couple of 8 cents stars for your characters. Now, this is after already building the character. It's going to spend. Oh, I seriously hope that I didn't have 4 times stamina turned on. Yeah, but I'm not gonna solo that with Pisces. First stage, you need characters like Tauros, like Shura, that does critical, and um, Shura, Sagiseya, any physical striker that has something that modifies their damage output to convert that to true damage or something else. Alright. No, Leo is for second stage just because this is. Uh, if you have Arayashiki, he makes your life easier in this part of the dungeon. Then you need. Oh god. Who did I choose to do this the last time? Well, you need a healer, preferably Marine, because everybody is going to take damage. And then. What the hell, let's use Godiki. But you're not gonna have. Pretend Godiki is Sagiseya or normal Seiya. You can use either one and it's going to work for this. Try to play manual. And for example, if you have Arayashiki, the boss is going to kill people, so put the blood pool below, and then you start using your highest physical damage hitters over here. I can actually afford now to go like this and just use Big Horn on this guy. For guys like Doko, Tauros, you can equip Daffodil, so you increase their damage over time because they are going to be at not full health. But for guys like Shura and Scorpion, you can bring Milo for this because he reduces the defense rating of the boss. Use Kingfisher or Silver Dragon. The boss is going to cycle between that AoE that reduces your attack rating for all characters and the bomb. The bomb does a lot of damage. If the boss kills anybody, he's going to recover some of that lost health. Doko is magnificent here because at round 2 or 3 he's going to be almost killed and he's going to be full of dragons, so you can do that. Aiolos is not really recommended because he is going to make your whole team weaker on top of what the boss does to the rest of the team. Yeah, I had the 4 times multiplier, so I spent 4 times the tickets, but I got 4 times the rewards anyways. So that's cool. Okay, so now the boss reveals itself and you get to choose one buff. I don't know what any of this means, so I just choose 30% because that's a nice big number. Of course, in the Awakening version, this is going to be translated, so I might finally find out what the actual bonuses are. But you can survive without any of these. You can choose whatever and it's going to work. I think one of them gives leech, one of them reduces the boss damage, and the other one gives extra HP or extra attack. Now, this next part is kind of complicated the first time because you need to bring control, any kind of control, someone that stuns, someone that freezes on his own, like Camus, and people that give status ailments like speed reduction, attack damage reduction, and stuff like that. Now, I bring this one, this particular team, because it's rather cheap. If you don't have Camus, you can use Hyoga instead. It's going to work. And he's pretty much there to make sure that Leo is capable of striking 6 times in a row. And this is also a very economical team with energy. So you're going to start like this. You're going to give speed to everybody with China. You are going to use Katia before her upgrade, because now she heals a lot more. Katia was pretty much only useful for this part or the last part when you're playing the hard version. And then you use a basic and unleash Skilla, because Skilla does just a ton of damage to the boss. But here's the thing, the boss is going to copy the character that is technically the strongest in your lineup, and after copying him, he is going to get frozen into place. So you have to make sure to get rid of the copy, because the boss will copy him many times. Oh, and I ran out of energy because I'm stupid. And you have to kill the copy as fast as possible, so you can concentrate on the boss again. Now, since Skilla is technically the strongest character on the field, then the boss is going to attack and freeze Skilla, as you see. After making 6 copies of the character, the boss runs out of material or something, because he's never going to copy that again. Of course, you still have like just 20 turns. You're seeing build characters doing this, but the first time you run this, it's gonna take you a very long while to run down the boss. And the last part is the easiest one if you have Pisces, because if you bring Aphrodite, then all you have to do is play with Aphrodite. Highest critical chance you have, highest physical attack you have. That's all you need. Yeah, I only want this character, it's all I'm gonna need, because the boss is always going to attack first. And why bring Pisces alone? Because every time the boss is hit in this stage, the spheres on top of the boss are going to switch, and the one that gets on top when it's his turn again, or her turn again, is the one that is going to strike. But all the attacks from Pisces count as a single strike, so you only get one of the balls each time. And you really want to get the silver one, because that silence, that's an AoE attack that gives silence. The red one is an AoE attack that is a flame that brings down attack power on all the characters, and the purple one is a single target strike that increases your energy consumption, and it also halves your HP. And I mean, it consumes half the total HP your character has. So if you have a character with 50,000 HP points, the attack is going to do around 25,000. But if it hits you again and you haven't healed, it's also going to hit you for the half of the total health that character has. So you need at least 18 characters, or if you have Pisces, 13. And after finishing that, the game is automatically going to kick you out. And after finishing the first level, the first full level, then you can open this one and start a fight with the boss, but it's only going to be the last stage. But now the problem, if you have filled all your team slots, if you have filled all of this, then you are in a problem, because since you apparently cannot take people out you cannot make a solo Pisces. So I will recommend, before you go into this, leave one of those teams with just Seiya, so you can switch Pisces with Seiya and have a perfect team to tackle this boss. Of course, after a while, you're going to do the farming here instead of doing the whole 3 missions over and over again. So that's why it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what level you have unlocked. Uh, you get so few 8 cents material that you really need to invest 800 or 1000 stamina farming this, because you need completely brutal amounts of stamina to get anything done. And I'm going to show you now, because I'm going to upgrade Athena for this, the Athena with her battle armor. And it's a good thing that Pegasus Seiya Divine Cloth is released, because he is one of the best characters to do this, since he never gets silenced. And after a while, after upgrading your characters, you can pretty much finish this boss with whoever you want. As long as they have a strong basics, you can just wear her down over and over. Like that. Not a problem to finish this boss anymore. And this is why it's a kick in the teeth that they decided to release both Pegasus and the 8 cents on the same week and during the Yamir knockouts, because it's going to turn into a whale tournament. If you don't have 8 cents, you are simply not going to be able to compete. The fact that in the Chinese version I bring level 70 characters to the fight, it's because they have some 8 cents stars awakened, and that supplies a lot of stats that are pretty much equivalent, like if they were rank 6 level 80 but naked. So let's go check, because some people have been asking what the cost is, and I have never written this down. I'm going to unlock. It's 1,075,100,000, almost 2 million, 1.75 million gold to unlock rank 1 of 8 cents. Remember, you have to do this 4 times. This is the price for SS characters, so for example Poseidon, Hades, and Athena. So let's unlock this, because I need the resistances. And then the first level is 600,000 experience points, Stardust, and 8 cents material 5. Okay, so let's bring this to level 2. Then level 3 is 700,000, so we are already at 1.3 million experience just for level 3 of the 8 cents. And it asks for 100 Stardust and 10 8 cents material. Okay, so level 4 is 800,000 experience points. So we are at 2,100,000 experience points. It asks for 15 pieces of 8 cents and 100 Stardust. So let's do this, because this is resistances. This is the one for friendship on Athena. Level 4 friendship. Okay. So to bring this to level 5, it's 3 million experience points totals. From 4 to 5, it's just 900,000. And in total, we are at about 78 cents material. So let's do this. And now I ran out of money, because this is, oh boy, 7 million gold to unlock the last level. When this is implemented into the Awakening server, I'm pretty sure that level 6 of the 8 cents is not going to be on, because this is kind of a newer addition, because apparently people needed more. So yeah, I have to work on this. So let's bring this up to level 5. Oh, now I don't have material. I have 14, I need 11. Okay, so that's that for the 8 cents, and as you can see, this is a pretty hefty increase. The last one is for level 80, and that's what I'm going to work on this week for Asena. So now she has over 6,000 cosmic attack. Alright, that's cool. And I think I'm going to switch one of these because I just got a couple of speed tenacities. I think I remember. I got a couple. Ah, no, they were in the awakening version. I don't have speed tenacities here. I'm gonna have to farm for more. But anyways, so that's the 8 cents dungeon, the easy part. And over the week, as you start unlocking this, because they're supposedly implementing this on Tuesday after the maintenance, which I think it's Wednesday for the Asian people in Singapore and over there, Indonesia and all of that. As you keep farming this, I'm going to be uploading the video for the normal setting or the normal level of this map. Remember, it's 30 stamina. 30 stamina every time you want to play. So, thank you again, guys. Thank you for your time. Remember to subscribe, leave your comments and questions in the comments below. Subscribe, click on the little bell so you get a notification when I upload new material, and see you around. See you next time. In the meantime, keep grinding on.